Draper Screen motor replacement. Inside of the Draper Screen, there is up top behind the wire, there's a set screw on that side and set screw on that side. Those two set screws come out. The pin, pull out the pin. This piece will slide. Before you do all that though, there is a clip that'll be L'd out right there and a clip L'd out right there. You have to remove that clip and that clip. They're not screwed in. At least these weren't, they're just pinned. Like a key pin, just it twists into place. Remove those two clips, remove these two screws up top on the plate, pull this pin, and then end up having to use like a little small pry bar to pry this back. That shaft right there will come out of the plate, and then the whole piece will come down. You don't have to hold the other side. It's in a long shaft. It's about 2 inches or so. So as long as you don't let the whole screen slide, you'll be fine. Drop it down, the motor will pull out. You have to hold all the weight for a period of time because on the end of this motor is a collet on the end. You have to pull the pin off the collet. You have to pull this rubber piece, green rubber, slides all the way down the motor, and then that slides back onto the new motor first, and then the collet goes back onto that, and then you pin the collet back. Then at that point, you're sliding back in, but you have to make sure that the limiters are facing down. So when you slide it into the screen, you see that gap right there? There is two posts inside of this screen mount. You have to slide that in correctly. If you slide it in upside down, the adjusters will be facing up as opposed to down. Slide that in correctly, but what you want to do is once you get this slid in, you want to make sure you wedge this green rubber piece in as tight as possible. Slide all this back together, pin it, and then continue to pry here, pushing this plate as tight as you can, which would push the rubber as tight as it can go into this to create some tension there, because if it's too loose, this green collet will come back out and then the screen will not be spinning on anything particular. And then put your pin back in, put your two screws back in, and then your motor's replaced.